What's really good, my hyperlinks? HMK here once again with another big piece of Nintendo news going into E3. And yes, every time you come see me with my jack, more and more pins. But anyways, that's besides the point. So the Switch is out. Breath of the Wild is out. Nintendo has a pretty good lineup going for the Switch going on in. But now we have to look towards the next big thing in gaming, and that is E3. Electronic Entertainment Expo this year, 2017, and already Nintendo is teasing a huge E3 for Nintendo lovers and for the industry and stuff like that. Also, guys, by the way, I did get approved for media on E3 a while ago, so yeah, I'm going again. Anyways, Reggie, when talking to Fox News, this is what he had to say about E3. E3 is always a big time for Nintendo. We look at each E3 as a unique opportunity to tell our story, and we're going to have a big E3 this year. We're going to be showcasing a variety of games. We will have experiences for consumers who will be able to attend the show for the very first time, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Alright, so I'm not going to tell you all of the various games and all of our little secrets for E3, but I can tell you that E3 is going to be a major opportunity for us to showcase not only Nintendo Switch, but also content coming to the Nintendo 3DS. So that's very assuring, that because a lot of people were wondering about the fate of the Nintendo 3DS after the Switch came out, and I tell this to people time and time again. The Switch is a home console that can be taken mobile, and the 3DS is still Nintendo's mobile console. And you know, there is various levels in between. It's like, oh, should I get a 3DS or should I get a Switch? Well, you should get both, honestly, because I mean, one is built for home consoles that can be on the go, and the other is a mobile based game system. Like Street Pass, you don't joke around with Street Pass. Now, when Reggie said that, oh, they're preparing a show, they're preparing a big showcase for people for consumers that are going to be there for the first time, he does mean that E3 this year, if you guys didn't know, is open to the public for the first, well, not really for the first time. A lot of people say for the first time, but there was that one weird year, I believe it was 2007, where they had E for All instead of E3, and that was kind of like their E3 open to the public type thing. It was weird. It didn't really stack up to the rest of E3, and they never did that again. But this year, E3 is open to the public in the form of buying tickets, consumer passes, and whatever, and I'm not sure if they're sold out entirely at this moment, but I do know a couple of people that tell me, it's like, yo, I'm going to E3, can't wait to see you there. I'm like, hey, and I already got my media badge, so I'm going there. And this year at E3 is going to be very weird. I want to see how it really plays out, since we're getting, you know, a good chunk of people that don't really belong to the industry going, and that's a lot of people, like I want to say around the vicinity of 10,000 badges. That sounds like a shitload of people. I could be wrong in those numbers, but I'm going off the top of my head because I don't really keep track of the consumer passes when I already am part of the industry where I got my media badge, so I'm good. So feel free to correct me in the comment section. Now, E3, I've been to E3 twice in a row, and this is gonna be my third time going to E3. You know, 3 times the charm, third time in a row. And E3 in 2015, when it comes to Nintendo, they always have the biggest area in the show floor, right? For 2015, they were showcasing Star Fox Zero, Super Mario Maker, and they had a bunch of other games there to play, like Mario Tennis, Ultra Smash, a bunch of Wii U games. And then they were showing off Xenoblade Chronicles X, even though, if I remember correctly, it wasn't playable. Smash Bros. Was playable, Triforce Heroes was playable, they had that weird Chibi Robo game that's playable, so it was pretty big. And then, of course, last year, they devoted it entirely the showroom space to Legends of the Breath of the Wild, and that was a massive success, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It was like, you know, Disneyland, Zelda theme. It was great. I loved it. So this time around, it looks like they're going to take a step back and, you know, go back to their showcasing a lot of games on the showroom floor, a lot, you know, for the most part. But when they say big plans for the E3, does that mean they're finally going back to a conference type thing? Because, you know, the Nintendo digital event, honestly, it's been really hit or miss, mostly miss. Because the last digital event that happened before the Breath of the Wild one, the one in 2015, it was definitely not that great. 2014's digital event was pretty hype. It was. And then the year before that, so it was really, you know, hit or miss. So if they're gonna continue with the digital event format, they really have to bring their A game and stuff. I would want them to go back to the conference thing, only because I feel like it's a better way to communicate with the people there, and it's a better way to show off what their console could do in real time and whatnot, and you don't really get that same effect, in my opinion, from the digital event. But if they want to go to the digital event, they can do that as well, because, you know, they have more control over the digital event than they do when they would when it comes to a conference. So, you know, when they say big, what do they mean by big? I want to know what they mean by big, you know. But I want them to have a lot of games. I want them to have a lot of new games. I mean, we already have a huge lineup for this year when it comes to Nintendo Switch, and definitely before E3 we're probably gonna have ARMS come out, and Splatoon, I don't really think Splatoon 2 is gonna come out before E3, so I think they're gonna take a good chunk of E3 to have Splatoon 2 playable, show off more weapons, more, like what's with the story, you know, show off what the customization features will be like for the Inklings and whatever, and that'll be a good way to show off. And then summer, that'll be at E3 will be a great way to show off the first pack, if not all the packs of DLC for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, to give us like a kind of sneak peek of what the story DLC could be that's coming in winter, and then give people like a playable taste of what the summer DLC will be like, or someone play the summer DLC in front of them and show them what it's like. And it's like, this is what you'll get when it comes to the Cave of Trials, hard mode, yada yada yada. So that would be good. And Smash! 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 Please, God, Smash! For the Switch. Like, you can just go ahead and announce it. It doesn't have to come out this year. I'm not expecting Smash to come out this year. If it does, damn. Because, I mean, they already have, like, a good amount of multiplayer lineup when it comes to ARMS and Splatoon 2. And Mario Kart 8, which is coming out in a couple of days, like a couple of weeks. So, they already have, like, a good multiplayer lineup going into 2017. So, if they do decide to show off Smash for the Switch and have it, like, oh, coming in 2018... I'll be good with that, but I'm not entirely sure, because we still have Corrin, Bayonetta, and Cloud Amiibos on the way, and we don't know when those things are coming out. Like, God, they're probably, if they decide to, they're probably gonna show off the prototypes at E3, because they do that all the time. They showed off all the Amiibos in 2015, and then for Zelda, they showed off the prototype for the Zelda Amiibos 2016. So I would definitely see them doing, you know, showing off Amiibos for the remaining Smash Amiibos that we don't get. And then if Smash for Switch is gonna have new characters, they show off those Amiibos as well. So like, gear him for Smash, but whatever. So Smash and a bunch of other games. And we all know that Super Mario Odyssey is going to be playable this year. They already confirmed that Super Mario Odyssey is going to be playable this year, and they probably might have Super Mario Odyssey Amiibos as well. You know, Mario with his cap, Bowser with his dapper, you know, cap as well, Princess Peach with a crown. I'm not entirely sure. So, like, they have so much that we know already that they can show off to E3, but the main question is, how much of it is going to be new? And that's what I really want to know, and I want them to have a good balance of what we know already and what's new. Because there's a lot of games that we do know is coming to the Switch, but we don't know much of it. So they might take the opportunity at E3 to, you know, talk a lot about the games we do know that are coming, but we don't know much of. You know, they might talk about Sonic Forces. They might talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They'll talk a lot more about Fire Emblem Warriors and stuff like that. We have a lot of games coming to the Switch in 2017, but I would like them to take a good chunk to talk about games that are coming into 2018 and possibly beyond. Like, we don't know when this game's coming out, but like, here, take a look. It's in the book. A reading rainbow. Like, no more Heroes 3. No more Heroes 3. Please, God. So, but the main thing I'm really banking on that I hope they show or talk about is Smash for the Switch. Alright, and then a lot of people keep on saying it could be a port. It could be a port. I'm good with a port, like a revised, updated, better port of Smash Wii U comes to Smash Switch. You know, that way all the amiibos will be compatible. They can add things like an actual tournament mode, new characters, new stages, and more balancing and all that good jazz. So Smash for the Switch, Nintendo, like, this is your time. That will be your big that'll be one of your big kickers. I'm pretty sure they're gonna double down on Super Mario Odyssey when the time comes, but I would like to see what is new and what is old, and what is, like, not old, but what we know, and they have to really elaborate on what we already know, such as that new Shin Megami Tensei game and all that other good jazz. But when they say a big E3, Nintendo, like the Switch hype has been maximum so far. This thing has been selling out. You've been doing great with the playable places and all the guerrilla tactics you're doing with the promotion stuff. You've been doing great. So you really need to capitalize on that. Like the world is your oyster right now. You need to capitalize on this at E3. And if you're saying that you have a big E3 in store, I want to believe you. And you know, you've been like hit or miss past E3s, but this is your time. You have all the tools to make this E3 yours, for you to dominate E3. So with that being said, I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys expect Nintendo to do this year E3? Do you think that we're going to get Smash? Do you think they're just going to go all in on Super Mario Odyssey? Do you think they're going to talk about all the games that we know is coming in 2017, such as Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, and all that good jazz? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. So until the next video on Nintendo Switch and E3, I'm ready, baby, and I'm gonna see you guys, whoever got a ticket to E3, I'll see you guys at E3. So guys, until the next video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.